This is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by unbeaten welterweight Michael McKinson. How's it all going?
All right, Danny. Yeah, I'm very well, mate. I'm very well, thank you.
Big fight news, obviously, March the 6th on the Sky Sports box office show. Yourself and Chris Kongo. Battle of two of Britain's most avoided fighters, as it's already been dubbed. Just tell us how it all came about.
We was on a bit of a collision course, really. He's a bit of an avoided fighter. Always had a bit of bad luck getting fights. And obviously, I'm very avoided, and no, but everyone wants to stay well clear of me. So we're both sort of in frustrated sort of like times. After my last fight, I did call him out, and he was the name that was like coming out of my mouth quite a lot. And then, yeah, Lee Eaton called me up a couple of weeks ago, and said like they want it. Let's like it's 6 weeks. I think 6 weeks. 6 weeks time. Will you be ready? I went, of course. Like before anything else, Chris Kongo. That's the name I wanted, you know. So yeah, I finally got it.
Why was it him? Why did you want him? Why was he the one you were talking about?
Chris is a great fighter. And if you want to talk about the best fighters in the UK, the names are going to be, take away obviously Khan and Britt, the names are going to be Josh Kelly, Conor Benn, Chris Kongo, Chris Jenkins, right? And me. Now, Kelly's got a tough fight against Avanesian, and obviously Conor Benn's on his path as well. Unlikely to get them guys. Chris came off a very good win in the fight camp in the summer.
Yeah.
And like for me, like I've had tough fights, I've had gambles, but I believe I'm one of the best fighters in the UK, and I just wanted my chance to prove it against one of the best fighters in the UK. And that's why I wanted Chris. And I knew that he would fight me. So that's why I called him out, and yeah, finally got it.
How much does the platform, the Sky Sports box office platform, add into the kind of enthusiasm about the fight? I know you're really happy to be fighting Chris regardless, but the fact that you will get to be on that pay-per-view platform.
Yeah, brilliant for me, you know. So I was under the radar for a long time in my career. Now I signed with MTK, and I've managed to get some opportunities, but there's always that case where I feel like I should be on like the next stage of my career, you know. So yeah, I finally got it. My name's finally in on the big platform. My name's finally in lights for the first time, really. So yeah, this is what I was born to do. Like everything that I've done in boxing my whole life really comes down to March 6th, because I've got the opportunity now. I've got my chance, but now I've got to get my victory, because without that victory, my life don't change. You know, so I've got to win, and I've got to make a statement on March 6th.
Yeah, I mean it's a really good fight. Everyone's been talking about it. It's really added to the bill, so you must be pretty psyched up about it. You've got a much higher WBO rating than Chris Kongo. So in essence, have you got a bit more to lose, perhaps?
He's got more to lose. He's got more to lose than me. He's got the platform. He's got the platform, and that is everything in it. Like that's what I'm fighting for. I want that platform. You know, the ranking's good, but like me being on that platform's what I need, like to further my career on, to make my life better, to make my daughter's life better. You know, so yeah, I don't believe there's more pressure on me at all.
Would you agree that whoever wins this fight would be now beyond domestic level?
100%, 100%. Look, you could argue me and him are in like top three best fighters in the UK, right? So I believe, I believe I would have beat the British champion 18 months ago, like personally. So yeah, I believe we're past domestic level. The winner of this is.
And given it's on a Matchroom Sky platform, and you'd consider the winner to be beyond domestic level, would it make sense for the winner of your fight to go up against the winner of Avanesian and Kelly?
Yeah, mate, possibly. That's what I'm saying. Like the opportunities could be endless with a win here. Like that's why I'm in this sport. Like I'm in this sport to not just for the image and of being a pro boxer and getting a bit of support. I'm in this sport to achieve as much as possible, to make my city proud, put my city of Portsmouth on the map, and to make my daughter proud, and like I'm finally doing that now. So yeah, like a win against Congo, like really does change my life. Like as far as opportunities comes and my future like path, So yeah, I'm excited.
In terms of that kind of welterweight world scene, there's been a few changes recently. I know Pacquiao's been elevated to champion in recess. I don't know if elevated is the right word, but whatever. Ugas is now the super champion. And it just seems to be moving around a bit, the pieces and stuff. Have you got a route that you want to go? Is it WBO because of your ranking, or are there other champions you want to target? Have you thought about that?
My plans are to take care of Chris Kongo before thinking about anything else.
Sure.
Like it's this is my world title fight. Like really, this is my world title fight. I've waited a long time for an opportunity. I've got to take it with both hands. I'd be a fool to start looking past him. I've got a job to take care of first. After I take care of that, then we can start making noise of everybody else. Because you know me, I will be making noise after.
How do you see it going from a style perspective in terms of the fight? Because you guys are both probably more comfortable as counter punchers than lead off fighters, but someone's going to have to lead off. How do you see that going?
I think he will take gambles. He's a big puncher. He's coming off what he thinks to be a great knockout win over Luther Clay. So he's got a lot of confidence. He's got a lot of confidence he's going to knock me out as well. But there's nobody as more mentally strong and has more self-belief than I do. It all depends what he comes with. I'm a very smart fighter and I can adapt. I've been in like tough fights before. I've been in the trenches. I've been in the championship rounds before when you've got to dig deep. I've had to really change level like through gears before, and I've ticked all of them off my list. He hasn't yet, So yeah, like I'm a lot more experienced in terms of everything than he is, but he's the exciting danger man that's going like knocking through people, and there's a lot of hype around Chris Kongo at the moment and stuff like that. So it's exciting to see what he brings on the night. But whatever he brings, I'm going to be prepared for.
He's hyped. It's on a Matchroom show. You, I'm sure, would admit you're not a biggest puncher. So if you're going to win this fight, more than likely it's going to go to distance. And there's been a lot of concern towards the end of 2020 about UK judging decisions not being quite accurate or reflecting what people at home have been watching. Does that come into your mind at all? I know it shouldn't, but is that a concern?
No, Danny. I think 5 of my last 6 have hit the deck. 5 of my last 7, something like that. Like my last 5 opponents have had a record of 71 wins and 3 losses. His last 5 opponents have had 117 losses between them. Right. So when it comes to people overlooking my power, overlooking my ability, they would be very stupid. Like just because I've only had 2 stoppages on my record, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm a non-puncher. The people that would say that are the people who ain't been in with me, ain't sparred me, ain't boxed me. Ask my opponents, ask the people I've sparred. I can dig a bit. But if he thinks I'm a non-puncher and he's going to feel like he's going to walk through my power, let him. It'll come unstuck. He will come unstuck. Like,
well, I'm thinking more, is there a concern if you don't stop him that the judges might favour the house fighter in a tight fight?
Not if I'm winning with a smile on my face, winking at him, poking my tongue out at him, and all stuff like that. Look, I have done before, I've got full. This is on Sky Sports box office in front of a lot of people, a lot of audience. So do you know what I mean? So I've got no doubt the judging's going to be bad whatsoever at all.
Good stuff. And just before I let you go, I'm sure I'm not the first person to ask you this, but who is responsible for that shiner we can see under your left eye?
There's a couple of people. It's like a little scraze, but I've seen. So I've got this little shiner. I've been beat up in sparring. Uh, Chris said. So I've
Okay.
been beat up in sparring. Apparently, no, nothing like that. It's just a little. I've done 8 rounds the other day, and I've got a little scraze, and you can't go swimming without getting wet, can you?
Well, I noticed a
So
little nick on one of your hands as well, so you've obviously been dishing it out as well as taking it.
oh mate, it's been a hard week. It has been a hard week. But that's me done till Monday now. Rest up. Got another tough week, like I'm gonna be so ready on March 6th. Like I said, this is my everything. This fight is my everything. This is what I've called for a long time. I just like since it being announced, my city have really got behind me. So a big shout out to Portsmouth for giving me all the love and support, and my sponsors as well. Like it's good. Like I've really got no worries my end. I've got great sponsors that are taking care of things for me. Like I'm in camp with other people that have fight. Like my brother, like I live with my brother Lucas, so he's taking care of my food for me. Like you know what I mean. I've really got no stress in my camp. It's all smiles. All I've got to do is do as I'm told, work hard, and turn up on March 6th, and make a massive statement. And that's something I'm very, very confident in doing.
Well, I think a lot of people out there are just delighted you finally got the opportunity after so
Yeah.
long, kind of not in the shadows because you've been on a lot of the big MTK shows, but not having those prominent opponents, British opponents.
Yeah, it's been upsetting when you see other people getting opportunities when they don't really deserve it as much as like I do. Like I probably deserve this opportunity more than anybody else. I've done things really hard in my pro career, like really, really tough, like compared to anywhere else. So to get where I am and to get this opportunity now, it's even more sweet. It's even sweeter to get the opportunity of how hard I've had to get there. Like big shout out to NTK Global for securing this for me. Like I know it's not easy managing like Michael McKinson. I am avoided and I am a bit of a pest, and I do go on and on and on. Like they've really had their work cut out managing me, but we're all smiling now. Like, you know what I mean? We finally got something big. I didn't want to wait till I was 30 to get opportunities. Like I'm 26 now, and I believe I'm ready. Mentally, I'm ready. I've had 19 fights, like 8 tough fights, 8 50-50s. So yeah, like I'm ready for this big stage. This big stage is what I was born to be on. I've been in like more or less pro boxing my whole life. You know what I mean? I was going to like professional shows like when I was like 4 or 5 years old with my dad. Like, do you know what I mean? I've been around pro boxing, the pro circuit my whole life, and to finally get the opportunity, I'm definitely planning on staying here. I'm definitely planning on staying here.
And a tiny bit of credit, I guess, to Chris Kongo himself as well, because as you said, he's got the platform. He didn't need to take this fight. He may well end up regretting it, but credit to him for taking it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why we've got the attention, like is gone mad since it's been announced. I think we're both getting the credit that we do deserve, both of us. It's going to be a hell of a night. It's going to be a hell of a night, but I promise the people of Portsmouth that win's coming back.
Good stuff. All right, before I let you go, we've asked you this before, but just in case there's still people who aren't aware of just who you are and what you've done and everything else, how can they find you on social media to get on the bandwagon before it's too late?
Yeah, before it's too late. I'm Michael McKinson. I'm 19-0 welterweight. I've been about for a while, but under the radar, really. You can find me and follow my journey on Mikey the Problem on Twitter and Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram anyway. So, yeah, follow the journey.
And now you and Kongo are fighting each other. Who is now the most avoided fighter in Britain?
Well, if you get two fighters that claim they're the most avoided fighter in Britain and they're fighting each other, it just proves both of us are real fighters. Both of us are real. We both back up what we say. Because there's a lot of talkers in boxing and there's a lot of fakes in boxing. Us two have just proved that we're not one of them people, So yeah, like I have got respect for Chris Kongo, but this is business, and like everything's on the line for me here. Like I'm in this sport to change mine and my daughter's life, and that's what I'm going to do.
Great stuff. Well, the very best of luck, obviously, for March the 6th. I'm looking forward to watching it, the whole card, really, but particularly this fight. So, yeah, it's really captured the imagination. So, yeah, very best of luck, and hopefully we'll catch up afterwards.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
And you, take care. Bye-bye.
Nice one.